extend the life of Maine's single 207 area code. Last year, we opened a case to look into the numbering practices of Verizon Wireless, and we are now doing the same with T-Mobile, as they may also be using unrealistic forecasting goals, unnecessarily tying up available phone numbers, end quote.
A federal circuit court has reinstated a ban on lobster fishing gear in a nearly 1,000 square mile area off New England to try to protect endangered whales. The National Marine Fisheries Service issued new regulations last year that prohibited lobster fishing with vertical buoy lines in part of the fall and winter in that area. The ruling was intended to prevent North Atlantic right whales, which currently number less than 340, from becoming entangled. The U.S. District Court for the District of Maine issued a preliminary injunction to halt the enforcement of that rule, but the U.S. Court of Appeals for the First Circuit in Boston vacated that ruling on Tuesday.
And congressional leaders are speaking out, including Representative Jared Golden, denouncing the court's decision, saying the state's lobster industry has been unfairly targeted. For years now, Maine lobstermen have been tangled in legal battles over these proposed regulations. And with these latest two blows, many in the industry believe it only further hurts their livelihoods and the fishery itself. Golden believes there is faults in the science that many of the conservation groups are using to justify the fishery closure. He says there's still no evidence right whales are dying in entanglements here in Maine.
And this is what the data that the federal government and these judges and bureaucrats are using to justify regulating the Maine lobster fishery. I've got a second chart here that kind of explains this to people. Right whale deaths from Maine lobster gear since the year 1900, 0. Regulation costs for the Maine lobster fishery since the year 2021, $52 million in total and rising.
Congressman Golden and other members of the delegation say lobstermen have tried to do the right thing in recent years, including spending tens of millions of dollars on new types of gear. A hearing on a separate court decision also related to the battle over the industry is scheduled for next week.
Well, Maine's 4 largest health systems and the Maine CDC have made their triennial health needs assessment report available. The objective of the extensive report is to turn collected data into health-improving action. Our Dylan Holloway gives us a closer look.
The Maine Shared Community Health Needs Assessment has released its state and county health reports. This assessment is a collaborative effort between Maine's largest health systems, Northern Light Health, Maine Health, Central Maine Health, Maine General Health, as well as the Maine CDC.
And our mission and goal is to conduct a statewide health needs assessment so that we can understand what our community's health priorities are and what their gaps and barriers are to good health.
Program Manager Joe Morrissey says the assessment will help the health groups understand where to place their resources in order to make Maine, quote, the healthiest state in the nation.
So what is it that's driving ill health? What are the barriers to ill health? And then what's working to keep people healthy so that we can continue doing those things?
Morrissey says the assessment relies on data sources such as the U.S. Census and the Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance Survey. She says that data is used to poll the community.
And then from the information we get back from the community, we ask them to then vote on what their most important health priorities are for the community.
According to Morrissey, some of the standouts from this assessment included concerns related to youth mental health and substance use.
And then, of course, the access to care issues. Are people able to afford the care? Do they have insurance coverage? Do they have physicians within their area, especially specialty physicians and surgeons, to enable them to get the care that they need in their communities where they live?
She encourages those who want to learn more to visit mainechna.org. I'm Dylan Holloway reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, amid a statewide housing crisis, a creative approach to housing could provide a unique opportunity for renters. Our A.J. Douglas spoke with an organization working to restore historic structures by offering special rental agreement options.
The National Park Service has an open long-term lease agreement for the historic McGlashan Nickerson House in Calais. Maine Preservation has had the home listed on their most endangered historic buildings list since 2018, and the unique lease agreement aims to facilitate the needed improvements.
The lessee would agree to rehabilitate the home at their own expense through their own investment. And that investment would go towards an offset for any rent. So it's conceivable that with the work that needs to be done now and ongoing maintenance and stewardship of this site, that investment would amount to not having rent potentially.
Kelly says a previous estimate from 2018 revealed renovation costs could be $250,000. However, additional costs are possible depending on what the renter looks to use the building for.
If one were to use it for a commercial business, there might be other expenses involved with that. And that estimate may go up to about $1 million.
One longtime Calais resident talks about the possibility of the historic home being restored.
It was here when I came here 13 years ago. I think the community would love it. You know, it's a beautiful area. So I think it would go a long way in improving the area for sure.
Kelly says Maine Preservation is committed to restoring significant buildings by restoring them to continued use properties.
So it's really important that we invest in what we have. There's a reason that Maine attracts so much tourism and interest from folks outside of the state, and it's because it's a place unlike anywhere else, and these historic buildings are really a vital component of that.
Maine Preservation has released their 2022 Most Endangered Historic Buildings list. Details can be found by visiting mainepreservation.org. In Calais, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, York County saw some severe thunderstorms last night. CMP Vice President of Electric Operations Adam DeRozier says the towns of Standish, Limerick, and Leamington in particular saw significant tree damage due to storms. He says crews were on standby anticipating the storm and worked throughout the night to make restorations and continued those efforts throughout the day.
There might be a few customers that lag into the night as where some of these camp roads we're working on now have pretty extensive tree damage, and it's been tough to get the roads open and get the crews down in there to those places.
DeRozier wants to remind folks to always stay away from downed wires and give crews plenty of space while they do their work.
Some good advice there, and
yeah.
I'm sure people are very thankful for them getting the lights back on as well.
Yeah, they tend to have their work cut out for them quite literally. You know, when there's tree damage, that can cause a multitude of problems.
Absolutely. And today, a much calmer day across our area with really warm and comfortable temperatures out there.
And here's hoping that's going to continue. And with a bit more on that, let's take a first look at our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation with offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And look at us today. High temperatures back in the 80s. We like it here. It feels like summer with that wind out there today as well. But we're going to work on it as we have even warmer temperatures on the way along with some rain. It's also a bit breezy, right? We had wind gusts near 20 miles per hour. It's going to die down tonight, but be back again tomorrow with wind gusts near 15 to 20. Lots of clear skies out there now, but there is a little something to the west of us that will likely bring us some showers tomorrow, and a couple of those through the afternoon could bring us some locally heavy rainfall. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and mostly clear skies with low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Already looking forward to a bit more detail on that a little bit later on.
Absolutely. In the meantime, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Great Pond Mountain Conservation Trust officials gather in Orland to launch a campaign aimed at protecting wildlife.
And United Way of Eastern Maine announces programs and nonprofits that will benefit from new funding. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
G-Force Entertainment and Kick-Axe Pub and Club present Draw the Line, the only official Aerosmith tribute band, Saturday, July 23rd, 9 p.m. Tickets available online now. G-Force Entertainment, bringing a variety of entertainment to the Bangor Mall.
Hammond Lumber is the country's largest stocking dealer of Shoremaster products. You don't have to wait to get the dock system you want when you choose Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
What could possibly be better than our annual tent sale? Wait a minute, I have a better idea. How about a no tent sale?
He's right. Dorsey's has scoured their warehouses and suppliers for discontinued, slightly damaged, one-of-a-kind furniture and mattresses. You'll find great tent sale discounts of up to 50% off throughout our showroom. They save the cost of the tent, security, and weather damage and pass the savings on to you. Genius.
It's simple. Less cost for us, more savings for you, my friend.
wherever you are. Whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Go for launch.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy in Bangor. Movie Rocket has 7 state-of-the-art theaters showing the newest release films. There's the Starcade, where you can play your favorite arcade games for hours of fun. Plus, kids 7 and under love the inflatable Galaxy Jumps bounce houses. For more information, go to MovieRocketBangor.com. Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy, Odland Road, Bangor. It's out of this world.
G-Force Entertainment and Kick-Ax Pub and Club present Draw the Line, the only official Aerosmith tribute band, Saturday, July 23rd, 9 p.m. Tickets available online now. G-Force Entertainment, bringing a variety of entertainment to the Bangor Mall.
Hi, I'm Emma Smith. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear about the latest investment involving United Way of Maine. Plus, some news regarding a historic home and the new and improved living arrangement within it. And meteorologist Conrad Supinski will join us with your full weather forecast. This and more local news. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. For the first time since the pandemic began, the nation's governors are meeting in person. Governor Janet Mills is hosting governors from across the country for the 3-day National Governors Association Summer Conference. State leaders are expected to take up issues like economic recovery as well as infrastructure. Brad Rogers has more.
The importance that technology plays for the rising generation is absolutely critical.
Jason Bagley is a senior director at Intel, which manufactures semiconductors used in everything from computers to cars.
It really governs every aspect of modern life. We have to have, and we rely very heavily on semiconductor chips and the technology that helps drive that.
He and his CEO are here at the Governor's Conference pushing new computer science initiatives in K-12 schools across the country. They'll also talk about where technology is heading and how students can prosper from it.
It's not just a computer programmer. It's not just someone who's writing code. It's someone who's leveraging the technology and the tools to be able to accomplish other things.
Some students in Maine are already getting a taste of computer science education, and at a very young age, as Governor Mills talked about when the governors met virtually last summer.
Kindergartners and first graders are learning robotics and computer coding. It's amazing. You can walk into an elementary school classroom or in the gym and see little kids flying drones and playing with robotics. And that's where it's got to start.
Improving tourism coming out of this pandemic will be another key discussion tomorrow. Governor Mills says she plans to showcase Maine's tourism attributes, including a lobster bake for the governors at Fort Williams Park. The Portland Region Chamber says having the nation's governors here is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase Maine.
And that was Brad Rogers reporting there. Well, officials with Great Pond Mountain Conservation Trust and others gathered in Orland to launch a major campaign that aims to protect wildlife and promote climate resilience in Hancock County. Our Sierra Jordan has that story.
It's a fine day for conservation in Orland, it's a fine day for conservation in Hancock County, and it's a fine day for conservation in Maine.
Shortly after 10 a.m., lawmakers, along with the members of the Great Pond Mountain Conservation Trust, gathered at the Wildlands to launch a new campaign of major land acquisitions.
$2.36 million growing the capital campaign by announcing that donors have contributed $1.8 million in cash and pledges, putting us at 77% of goal.
Darian says a major highlight of the campaign was securing an additional 355 acres for the wildlands on the Dead River, protecting them from development. Other highlights include an investment to improve the trails, roads, and bridges in the wildlands, as well as providing funds for future land acquisitions.
It's already protected nearly 5,000 acres of land here in Orland, and the capital campaign seeks to raise additional money to protect additional acreage and to be able to manage the acreage that they already own.
Cutco says during the pandemic, they had an historic attendance in 2021.
Our state parks welcomed 3.3 million visitors, which was an all-time high. The last 2 years, we've topped 3 million, and we had never done that before.
He says many visitors come to the state parks to enjoy hiking the trails, taking a dip in lakes or rivers, and other outdoor activities.
For your spiritual and mental and physical well-being, so people really appreciate the outdoors, and that's something else that makes this project really valuable to the people of Maine.
In Orland, I'm Sierra Jonah reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Every 2 hours and 22 minutes, a domestic violence assault is reported to law enforcement in Maine. That's according to the Maine Coalition to End Domestic Violence. And today, a nonprofit is using images to diminish the stigma around domestic violence. Megan Wilgus has more.
We are going around Biddeford and putting up posters to bring awareness to domestic violence.
The subjects of the posters, 43 survivors of domestic abuse from the ages of 18 to 82 years old, including Miss Cumberland County 2022 Riley Kennedy, who says she was abused both by her father and a former partner.
Getting out was really hard, and I know how hard it can be, so I want to make it easier for everyone so that everyone can just live on their life without having to worry about their past.
By hanging these posters inside the windows of local businesses, nonprofit Finding Our Voices hopes to break the stigma.
It's like, oh, well, she's crazy, she's lying, like, don't believe her. We are trying to make it so that people can be believed and they have the courage to come out while thinking that they will be believed, because some people are scared that they won't be believed.
Another survivor, author Rebecca Lowell, who says she's lived through abuse and captivity.
I wasn't let alone in public for 10 years.
She says her husband kept her in small one-bedroom apartments, at times with no running water.
The first signs of it was that he said he just wanted to do everything together.
She could only go out in public with her husband, canceling all other plans with her friends and family.
He said, you know, why would we want to do things apart when we have so much fun together?
Now, 10 years later, Lowell has written a book called The Road to After, stemming from her experiences.
I feel that it gives others permission to do the same, and it gives them a way to say, me too. And it starts the conversation.
If you or someone you know is in a domestic violence situation, call the number on your screen for help.
And that was Megan Wilgus reporting. The United Way of Eastern Maine announced the recipients of recent investments intended to help people in need. Matthew Jurancic shares more.
On Wednesday, United Way of Eastern Maine announced a $2.2 million investment over the next 3 years to support nonprofits, communities, and residents across Eastern Maine. For the organization's president, Shira Patterson, she could not wait for this day to finally come.
It's an incredible day, and it's wonderful to be here in person with all of these partners to celebrate.
The group will disperse more than 50 awards to nonprofits and programs across Eastern Maine whose goals are to help the community, specifically individuals and families struggling with housing, childcare, and food insecurity. With many groups in need, Erin Berry of the reviewing board shared what she learned from this year's applicants.
It was just so incredibly moving to see, one, how much need there is in the community, but inspiring to me that there's such great agencies and programs that are here and able to address it.
Those who have been accepted into the program must demonstrate making an impact toward the group's 2028 bold goals, including promoting self-sufficiency for all, prevention, treatment, and recovery support from substance abuse disorder, as well as guaranteeing all children have quality early learning experiences. Many groups already have plans for what to do with this money, including Rebecca Kirk with the Eastern Area Agency on Aging.
We're going to be funded for our Place at the Table program, and we know that food insecurity among seniors is something that's only continuing to grow. So being a part of the United Way initiatives moving forward for the next 3 years is going to be key for us to be able to meet this continuing need.
Reporting from Brewer, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, recently the government revealed how much prices went up in June. And even though gas prices have been dropping, the rate is still at a 40-year high.
And local media have obtained surveillance video of the shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Think easier, like, come on, what can I do to help you, hon?
Yes! Yes! Get out!
Andy!
Get out of my room! Get out!
You're
not lying. I didn't say anything.
Yes, you did. What did you say?
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine, inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
They say that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. But maybe it begins with one single start. Turn, bump, grind, pit, pass, win.
Rhodes, the winner! That's crazy what happens on the last lap here.
And celebration. In NASCAR, that journey starts here. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
The U.S. hasn't seen an inflation rate more than 9% since 1981. And it's probably no surprise to consumers who are experiencing those rising costs everywhere they go. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more on the numbers.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a fresh or locally sourced. It can also be anything that's shelf stable. All of it, everything, prices are going up.
Up, up, up. The price of gas, rent, even things as basic as eggs. The newest report showed prices increased 9.1% year over year in June, exceeding even pessimistic expectations. And feeling like your paycheck is lower, the Labor Department also released data showing real average hourly earnings are down 3.6% over the last year because inflation is outpacing any pay bumps.
Inflation is uniquely bad here because our all-Democratic government has made uniquely bad choices.
The administration says, hold on. The June number doesn't take into account the recent drop in gas prices. The national average for a regular gallon of gas is now at $4.63, down from more than $5 last month.
Oil prices have come down, and that's going to provide a little bit of relief for consumers. The bad news, obviously, though, is that oil prices usually happen in a recession.
The White House says they're giving the Federal Reserve space to try to cool off red-hot inflation and avoid a recession. Meanwhile, they say the president is focused on bringing down the price at the pump.
The president understands we need to get oil on the market, so that's why he's in the Middle East.
The Fed is expected to raise interest rates by 0.75% for the second month in a row. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Meanwhile, new details about the events leading up to the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. New surveillance video obtained by Texas news outlets shows the suspect's actions before and during his rampage, which left 21 people dead, including 19 children. Fox's Casey Stiegel has reaction from residents there.
The series of chilling videos obtained by the Austin American-Statesman newspaper and KVUE TV begins with the suspect's car crash outside Robb Elementary School just before 11:30 a.m. Seconds later, a different camera captures the gunman walking through the school's parking lot, at times opening fire with his semi-automatic rifle. He slips inside the school at 11:33 through an unlocked door, walks down an empty hallway, and within seconds, he's standing outside the 4th grade classroom. At that moment, a student came around the corner and spotted the intruder just as the full attack began. He ran the other way to safety.
It's hard to watch, but they want to see it. They want to know what happened.
Hours after the videos went public on Tuesday, things got heated at Uvalde's city council meeting, with much of the anger directed at police.
They signed up for this, to serve and to protect. They didn't do none of that day.
At 11:37, 3 officers are seen in the hallway taking fire from the suspect. So they retreat. For almost the next hour, dozens of officers from various departments are seen assembling in the hallway, while 911 calls are coming from children on the other side of that wall pleading for help. 12:30, an officer is seen using hand sanitizer. Then at 12:50, 1 hour and 17 minutes after the gunman first entered the school, federal agents breached the unlocked classroom door and killed the suspect.
All these officers, they got their shield, they got their weapons, they got all their protective gear on, standing there.
Officials planned on releasing the surveillance video this coming Sunday at a special meeting in Uvalde with sensitive portions redacted. Many are upset the full version was published before families had the chance to see it. In Dallas, Casey Stiegel, Fox News.
Meanwhile, COVID-19 cases nationwide are climbing as some lawmakers call on Congress to approve more funding to fight the new surge. Fox's David Lee Miller has more.
The BA.5 subvariant is fueling a surge of COVID-19 cases across the country. The CDC says the BA.5 is the dominant COVID strain in the U.S., accounting for 60% of new infections nationwide. Members of Congress are now scrambling to push more funds toward fighting the virus.
I believed we needed to do more on COVID vaccine deployment in the country and elsewhere a couple months back, and we thought we might be close to a package, and we didn't get there.
The Biden administration is also joining the fight. The White House will deploy 10 million doses of the vaccine to COVID-19 hotspots in the hopes of preventing a future surge. Health experts are now urging Americans, particularly those over the age of 50, to get their booster shot if they haven't already.
Variants will continue to emerge if the virus circulates globally and in this country. We should not let it disrupt our lives.
Meanwhile, Colorado will begin testing wastewater samples for COVID-19 from specific public school buildings throughout the state. The samples will be tested twice a week to better identify COVID variants that may be present in the community.
We need to learn how to interpret that data, what we do with those results. And so what we plan to do is have an internal private dashboard that our school partners and our local public health agencies can see this data in close to real time.
CDC data now shows that about a third of Americans are living in areas experiencing a high level of COVID spread. In New York, David Lee Miller, Fox News.
And switching gears now from Alaska to California to Utah, firefighters are hitting the ground running as the already busy wildfire season begins. Fox's Jeff Paul has the latest.
Multiple wildfires continue to burn across the western U.S. At Yosemite National Park, more than 500 firefighters are making progress containing the Washburn fire. It's already burned thousands of acres and threatened to damage the giant sequoias.
A lot of work to do on securing the northern and eastern edge of this fire.
What does that sound like?
That was a tree coming down.
The fire in Yosemite is still growing, and so is containment. And crews on site say they are doing their part to keep the park's historic trees safe, like the renowned grizzly giant sequoia.
Arguably one of the most famous trees on Earth, and we've got a sprinkler system set up around it, and we're trying to give it some, preventative first aid, really.
The trees are not in imminent danger. There is a danger there. We have fire line around the Mariposa Grove.
Right now, active wildfires are burning in over a dozen states, with Alaska already on track to set a record this season.
We are seeing active fire behavior because of the hot, dry weather and also the fuels out there. Behind me is an example of what the terrain is like. So those combination of factors are causing flare-ups.
According to the National Park Service, about 85% of those wildfires, whether set intentionally or by accident, were caused by people. As we head into some of the hottest months of the year, officials warn folks heading outdoors to be careful with any flammable items or things that can spark fires. Near Yosemite National Park, Jeff Paul, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Dunkin' Donuts calling on Americans to enjoy Iced Coffee Day while helping bring joy to kids in local hospitals.
And in sports, hear how two former PCHS athletes plan to continue the legacy of their late coach. We'll be right back.
The new SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan takes on the self-proclaimed best of all time, Natalya. It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor. It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field, and the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
The best value for your money is always at the Furniture Gallery. And now, during our Summer Sizzler sale, take home this Ashley recliner for only $2.99. And take an additional 10% off all other recliners. The Furniture Gallery's Camp and Cottage Queen Foam or Inner Spring mattresses start at only $2.99. Big Time Inflation Buster sofa and love seat for an incredible low price of $9.99. Special financing is available only at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, North Windham, and now open in Newport.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
With Fox.
It's time to sing along.
Oh, okay.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. All
summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Big wow. That big wow.
Visit Maine's largest Chevy dealer, Quirk Chevrolet. Customize your ride by special ordering your Silverado or SUV at any of our 3 dealerships or online. It's your Chevy. Make it your own at Quirk Chevrolet.
Well, after a month of fundraising, Maine credit unions were able to raise $121,000 for the Ending Hunger campaign. Starting June 1st, the Maine Credit Union League encouraged their members, businesses, and the public to make donations to help those who are struggling with food insecurity. Donations were accepted both online and at union branches, with 25% of proceeds raised online, benefiting Good Shepherd Food Bank. The Maine Credit Union League explained their approach to addressing hunger at a local level.
To combat this issue, it's more than just raising money. It's an important part of it. So talking about hunger, identifying the root causes, those are all issues that we care about and we're trying to work through with partners across the state like Good Shepherd Food Bank.
Since 1990, the Maine Credit Union League's campaign for ending hunger has raised more than $11.3 million, and that includes $930,000 in food and cash contributions last year.
The founder of Penobscot County Cares is on a mission to help people with substance use disorder and other mental health illnesses. Our Stephanie Wittenbach has more.
Penobscot County Cares is seeking American Rescue Plan Act funds from the city of Bangor. The organization, comprised of 35 health-related groups, is dedicated to helping folks struggling with permanent housing, mental health issues, and substance abuse disorder.
Those 3 areas
are reaching crisis levels. And again, because we have American Rescue Plan Act monies, millions and millions of dollars that we haven't had before, now is the time to invest in solutions to these problems.
The organization's founder, Doug Dunbar, worked as Maine's Chief Deputy Secretary of State. Now he is dedicating his life to helping people in the community get back on their feet. Dunbar says he wants people to know he has personally struggled with substance abuse, an experience which has inspired him to help others. Dunbar says the problems in Penobscot County are getting worse. A recent survey by the University of Maine says this year the state is seeing 4 additional deaths per month compared to last year.
If we can address these problems more vigorously on the front end, before they become, critical, we can save money in the long run, we can save lives, we can have healthier communities.
Dunbar has also advocated for small villages for the homeless community and hopes that could be a solution if Bangor City Council approves. In Bangor, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
This past May, Dunkin' called on Americans to enjoy Iced Coffee Day while helping bring joy to kids in local hospitals. On May 25th, $1 from every iced coffee purchased at participating Dunkin' restaurants nationwide supported the Dunkin' Joy in Childhood Foundation's mission. On Tuesday, Dunkin' of Maine announced $55,000 will be donated to the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital at Maine Medical Center, thanks to support from guests nationwide. Dunkin' Iced Coffee Day collectively raised $1.8 million to support kids in children's hospitals throughout the country. Now, with this year's grant, Barbara Bush Children's Hospital will hire a dedicated gaming technology assistant. Great to hear that was a rousing success.
Absolutely, especially with how popular Dunkin' is around the area here in New England specifically. I'm sure that it's cool to see how much money they were able to raise so quickly, and then giving back to that community.
Yeah,
as well.
They definitely packed some fundraising power, and it was good. It was put to good use.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Jeff Weller is coming back with our full 5-day. Stay with us.
All right, mostly 80s out there today, and get used to them because even warmer temperatures are on the way, along with some showers and thunderstorms. Those details are coming up.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get Luked and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
Gas and heating oil prices are the highest ever. Why? Because Joe Biden and the liberals in Congress took a hard left turn and dragged Jared Golden with them. Biden and Golden turned off more American energy production, stopping pipelines and exploration, looking to buy from our enemies. They are going the wrong way. Mainers need relief, not empty promises. Tell Jared Golden to help open American energy production and lower the price of gas.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
I heard about you. You're that smart kid.
Young Sheldon, boy genius, on Origin Story.
Yes, that's me.
A small-town boy.
Young man. Yes, you.
With supersonic hearing. Visionary vision.
Cheeky little Miwan, you know you don't belong there.
And a heightened sense of smell.
Ew. Put your shoes back on.
Young Sheldon, 5 times a week.
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
You can't smell this.
Yes, I can.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Aaron Judge leads the Yankees in the next chapter against the Red Sox. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
All right, it's mid-July and mid-80s are out there again today. We're going to keep those around as well as warmer temperatures are on the way through the weekend. But look what we did today. 84 here in Bangor, 82 Millinocket, 83 Bar Harbor. We'll take it. Feels like summer with humidity levels around 50% or so, and also lots of sunshine today. Okay, it was a bit breezy earlier. That's dying down now. We've had wind gusts out of the northwest around 10 to 15 miles per hour pretty much all day today. It will die down to about 0 tonight for a couple hours. That could give us some locally dense fog, and then tomorrow be back out of the west around 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it's not going to be windy at all, but just kind of breezy out there as you make your way about tomorrow into tomorrow night. All right, it is blowing some allergens around there, but look at this map. The tree pollen, grass pollen, and the weed pollen are now in the low category. That's been a while, right? But look at mold. Mold went crazy last couple of days in the high category now. So if you're sniffling and sneezing, that could be a reason why. Let's check on the drought monitor. So here's where it's been dry across the U.S. Of course, decades of drought across the West. You've heard this for years now, right? The problems they're having with water resources out that way. For us, though, it's been a little dry. So we're not really in a drought, but we're definitely below average in rainfall, put it that way. We could use some rainfall as we have level 1 and level 2 conditions across our region now. So basically anybody in yellow or in tan could use some rain, and we do have some rainfall in the forecast beginning tomorrow. Not tonight. Lots of clear skies are out there right now. A very nice evening with low temperatures in the 50s to near 60. But off to the west of us, there's something over here. There's some energy there across the Great Lakes. That's moving our direction. So it's moving kind of slowly at that. When it gets over our area tomorrow, it could give us some locally heavy rainfall tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. The coverage looks around 30 to 50%. So most of you, or part of you, actually will probably stay dry tomorrow. But then back behind that, there's some more, right? So this has eyes on us for later in the weekend, most likely after Sunday into Monday. And the rainfall amounts are not going to be a lot. This is not going to water your garden, but just get the idea. There'll be some showers and storms around tomorrow into tomorrow evening, and then we're done for a couple days around here. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 60 with a calm wind later on tonight. For tomorrow, okay, so the morning just partly cloudy, and then a couple of thunderstorms out there through the afternoon. Any of those could give you some locally heavy rainfall. I put 81 on here, but with the clouds coming in, we could likely get stuck in the upper 70s for highs tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story. 81 tomorrow, Friday 82, some light rain early. But then look at this weekend. It looks fantastic right now. Saturday 84, Sunday 85. Our next chance for thunderstorms late Sunday into Monday of next week. Beth?
So we're kind of bookended by thunderstorms there, but still plenty of sunshine on the way,
Yeah.
plenty of opportunity and good weather coming to get outside and grill.
Yeah, clearing out just in time for the weekend,
Yeah.
so not too many complaints there.
Not too many. All right. Sports is coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
I'm sorry I said your guy is a joke. He's not the GOAT, but he's not a joke. Babe?
Cold shoulder, warm things up with a Mitsubishi electric heat pump from Dave's World, the GOAT of heat pump installers.
When the Granite Shop wants to know the weather on MDI, they log on to foxbangor.com. At the Granite Shop in Sedgwick and in Trenton, we have more inventory than all other shops in the state combined. Fastest turnaround, too.
Taking on the day, taking care of family, taking care of the hard work. For all that you take care of, now's the time to take care of you. At Northern Light Health, we make that easy for you to do through accessible care, telehealth, and by making healthcare work hard for the people who work hard for Maine. Take care of yourself today at northernlighthealth.org.
It takes all types to play Family Feud, the Doghouse Daddy.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn?
Granny panties, Steve.
The Family Blabbermouth.
Grandma's sick of Grandpa falling asleep in the middle of what?
Going to the bathroom.
Herman, get up off this toilet!
See all the types on Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
back, everyone. Well, later in the week, we'll get to the full breakdown on Cooper Flagg's conquest in Spain. But on Wednesday night, it was about more than just basketball for the town of Newport celebrating their gold medalist.
I just want to come out and support him and show that I care about him and to congratulate him on winning gold medal internationally at 15 years old, which is amazing.
This community is special. It really is.
It's a big deal.
People have been so incredibly supportive from our season with Nokomis and our team there and all the boys.
It means a lot because people expect us to be like smaller because, you know, that's just Maine.
And to Cooper individually.
Cooper just really brought out some brightness in us.
When you saw him get the gold medal put around his neck, you know, and stuff like that, what was going through your head?
Wow. We did it. Newport's finally on the map.
It's cool that he's in my school and brings a lot of joy to our school, and it's really good for the community and the town.
Like, I just remember scrolling through the news or whatever and just see my friend's name and I'm like, hold on, what?
It's just amazing to know that this fun-loving kid's out there and he's getting all this recognition because he's just so good at what he does.
This community has just come together in such a way, it's incredible, like, to describe.
That was inspiring, showing that a kid from Newport, Maine is out there competing with the big leagues.
They're going away, but this is always going to be our home.
Congratulations again to Cooper and his family and the entire Newport and Nokomis communities. Again, we'll have more of a full recap about the tournament itself later on this week. But for now, in all the midst of the celebration for Cooper, both the Flagg twins had reason to celebrate on Wednesday because you can now add West Virginia University to the list of schools to offer both Cooper and Ace. As the two announced the news via social media earlier on Wednesday, the Mountaineers are the first Power 5 school to offer Ace, while Cooper adds WVU to his list that already includes schools like Duke and UCLA. So, again, big stuff for the Flagg family. Congratulations once again. Now let's shift gears and talk some golf here because down south it was cut-down day at the Maine Amateur Championship with the final round set for Thursday. To Webhannock Golf Club we will go now here. Weather was perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Let's begin on 10. Webhannock's own Joe Alvarez knocking down a tough par putt. He's currently at 6 over. Then 13-time Maine Am champ Mark Plummer with a short par putt on number 11. But really the story all day was defending champ Caleb Manuel, who was on fire. Here on 4, Caleb with a tough putt to save par. Then one hole later on 5, after a great tee shot, Caleb able to knock down this birdie. He just lets it roll and sees it drop in. He fired an 8 under. That's a 63 and is back on top of the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead on Mike Arsenal. And we'll have coverage of the final round later on. But last week, the Maine high school athletics community lost one of their leaders when former PCHS athletic director Joe Gallant passed unexpectedly at the age of 57. Gallant has impacted people in all walks of life through his work. He was a PE and health teacher, a soccer and track coach, and the athletic director. And those who knew him say his impact reached every single person he met.
He's continued relationships with athletes well beyond them graduating, like myself. And I think he's just always been a presence in so many people's lives.
I think if you just take a peek at his Facebook page, that alone shows you his legacy, the outpouring of love and just heartbreak from former students, current students, colleagues, family. He touched so many people.
In his memory, both Hillary and Charlie decided to start the Joseph Gallant Memorial Scholarship Fund, which will award a PCHS student-athlete with scholarship money each year. And they say the memorial is the perfect way to keep Gallant's legacy alive.
He loved to see his athletes and his students succeed, so I think it's just a natural progression for him to be able to still impact them, even though he's not here, in some fashion with their education.
And to think about some of the students I've talked to recently who are just devastated at this loss, how proud he would be to see them, go on to school and play sports and, do what they loved, what he loved, in his honor.
Just a great gesture. Thoughts to the entire PCHS family. They will hold a remembrance celebration for Gallant on August 17th at 7 p.m. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
Protect your boat with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company. With premium lift options and flexible configurations, there's a Shoremaster that's right for you. And their exclusive Whisper winch offers quiet operation. Shoremaster lifts are easy to install, but if you need it, Hammond can arrange professional installation. And delivery is available from any of Hammond's 21 locations statewide. Get back on the water quickly and easily, and enjoy summer made simple with a Shoremaster boat lift from Hammond Lumber Company.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall.
Welcome back. A pop superstar gets recognized by the Television Academy. Two iconic TV characters get immortalized and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
Here's what you need to know about me.
Carson ties the knot, Walter and Jesse are breaking bronze, and Lizzo scores in the Hollywood Nation. Lizzo is feeling good as hell after the 2022 Emmy Awards nominees were revealed Tuesday morning. The pop superstar earned her first nomination for Best Competition Program for her Prime Video reality series, Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls. She is the host and executive producer of the show. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul are receiving a special honor for their iconic roles in Breaking Bad. Bronze statues of Walter White and Jesse Pinkman will be unveiled in Albuquerque, New Mexico later this month. The city played an important role in the hit AMC drama series, as well as its prequel spin-off Better Call Saul. And show creator Vince Gilligan said in a statement he wanted to return the favor and give something back. The sculptures will be installed at the city's convention center July 29th. Finn Wolfhard is expanding his resume. The Stranger Things actor will star, co-direct, and co-write the new horror comedy Hell of a Summer. The film's plot has yet to be revealed. The 19-year-old made his directorial debut with his 2020 short film Night Shifts.
My dear husband.
And in today's first look, Sophia Carson marries for convenience in Netflix's upcoming romantic drama Purple Hearts. She plays a struggling singer-songwriter who weds a troubled Marine for his military benefits. The film premieres July 29th.
Everyone's going crazy.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Well, a helpful tool on a popular dating app is rolling out to more services. Tinder recently launched a feature allowing users to run background checks on potential dates. Parent company Match is now rolling that out to two more dating apps it owns, Match and Stir. Regular users can run 2 checks for free and will have to pay an outside company for any later requests. Match doesn't run the checks itself and won't provide the needed information to perform one.
Well, finally tonight, the newest Barbie doll does not depict the Barbie character. It's a doll of a real person in this case. Primatologist Jane Goodall, arguably the person best known for working with chimpanzees. The doll is part of the Barbie Inspiring Women collection. It comes with a chimpanzee figure as well. The doll is made from a minimum of 90% recycled plastic. The chimpanzee figure is also made from recycled plastic, and they're being released just ahead of World Chimpanzee Day, which is on Thursday. Very cool stuff there.
And didn't know about World Chimpanzee Day. Now we know.
Yeah.
Another day to think about Jane's work and
yeah,
the ripple effect that it caused throughout the conservation.
Yeah, just raising more awareness and conversation about it as well.
Absolutely. Cool. All right, folks, well, that's going to do it for us. From everybody here at Fox 22 News, take care and have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag and it will stay bonded until you open it, guaranteed. The Duo NutriSealer locks in nutrients and freshness so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze delicious meals or buy